Hi guys, I'm going to try this again. I made a video earlier and screen share, so let's try it again. So before I forget, let me share my screen. And the way I do it is entire screen. Not going to also share this. Okay, so the way to get started in the 1984 Baseball Replay Community Project is to join the Facebook group, step one. And here's the Facebook group. Once you come here, it's pinned. The main post too is pinned right here, but you're also going to, you can notice it's in the featured section. But if you don't see that, you can click on featured. And then main post two is what you want. And essentially, there have been some changes since we started this. We're going to as played as much as possible. If your game doesn't include every player, then make reasonable substitutions as best you can. Again, we're going back to the days when we were like 12 years old and we didn't worry about getting all the details exactly right, just having fun with it and seeing what we get. It's been a lot of fun doing this. So we care about accuracy to a degree, but if we can't get every single player in there using this many games and having this many people do this, you're not gonna have that. So you're not gonna have that perfect accuracy that you would have if you were just doing it all by yourself. So we're gonna sacrifice a little bit of that to get some fun. So over here in the main post too, if you'll just read through this, but essentially you need to, first thing is create an account on cardanddicebaseball.com and send me your username. So if you go to cardanddicebaseball.com, and let me just show you that from the top. It's now a public league here. So if you go to cardanddicebaseball.com and you click on right here, the 1984 Community Replay Project, we may at some point, you'll have to create an account here. So once you create an account, if you don't already have one, if you don't already have one, you can sign up here. But then once you sign up and you sign in, then you will be able to see the 1984 Community Replay Project. If we ever do make this a private group again, I asked in the group if anybody had any issues with me making this private, public, to make it less restrictive and so that more people could see it, and no one said they had a problem. But if anyone does have a problem, I can switch it back to private. So if we ever do switch it back to private, you would just send me your username and I would attach you to the group. But if you just want to, for now, it's public. So you can click on 1984 Community Replay Project. If you don't see it, just email me your username and I'll send it to you. But basically, you'll go to click on it right here. And then once you join the league, you can click on my homepage. But your first time, 1984 Community Replay Project. So it's working, it's loading here. And here is our homepage, and these are our stats. There are different videos on how to enter the stats. So go back to the featured section and look through those videos on how to enter the stats. It can take a little bit of time the first couple of times, but if you use your keyboard shortcuts and stay with it, it'll go pretty quickly. And I highly recommend the keyboard shortcuts using tab. Tab is your friend when you're entering the stats. But there's a couple videos, probably I think 3 or 4 videos showing. So watch all of those that have to do with entering the stats. But this is where you will see all the stats. So if you just want to peruse the stats and you don't want to actually join the league and play any games, this will let you do it. But if you want to actually join and play games, you need to send me your username so that I can add you to the members. So you can click there and see the members. And then you'll be able to enter stats for the games. But to choose a game, So that's kind of, if you go back to this featured post, that's step one. Create an account, send me your username. You'll have access to everything in here, but you really just need to worry about the schedule and then kind of perusing the stats. In order for every person to be able to play every team, we have to make everybody kind of administrators. So don't mess with any of the settings or anything. If you want to be an administrator, let me know. More than happy to have more than what we've got already. But it's kind of one of those things that the fewer people that are messing with it, the better. Um, no one has any certain specific teams, but the fun thing about this project is you can jump in and out as you want. So we'll talk about that when we get to the schedule. So that's number one. Create an account on carddicebaseball.com. Send me your username. I'll add you to the group. If you just want to peruse stats, you don't have to send me your username, and I won't add you to the group, and you'll still be able to see your stats as long as we've got it set to public. Second thing you need to do is send me an email you want to access the Google spreadsheet. The Google spreadsheet is the schedule and how you sign up for games. Gmail works best because it's a Google Sheets, and there's a link down here. So here's the link to the schedule. I've got it pulled up on my Windows right here. So you can see the way that it is laid out is the blocks that have color in them are the blocks um, that are open or already played. So if you scroll down, you'll see the color ends on line 877. So that means we're only playing games in this block. And you can see there are still a few games right now that people haven't signed up for. So let me just encourage you, just sign up no more than like a series at a time, because there are so many games that there will always pretty much be a game to play. And you can sign up for a game, play that game, and then sign up for another game. If you want to sign up for a whole series, I kind of do that. I'll sign up for a series at a time and play that. There's really no deadlines in this project unless we get close to completing a block. So once all the games are signed up for, or we're really close, which we're actually probably getting close to me putting in a deadline right now. So once these games are all signed up for, I'll put a message out on Facebook and say, hey, we don't do many deadlines, but if you've signed up for a game and haven't played it yet, please have it done by this date. And I'll usually at that point give you a week or more. And then, start contacting people individually and say, are you going to be able to play this, or should we let somebody else play it? Something like that. But that's essentially it. There are also schedules about rainouts, because this schedule is the as scheduled schedule, not the as played schedule. So, for instance, coming up on June 18th, this game between St. Louis and Montreal was rained out, and I've got links here to the makeup date. So this game was actually played on 1984, September 27th. And then here's a link to the YouTube video I made on how we handle this. But essentially, you just need to go to Card and Dice Reference. You can get the lineups for this date on June 18th. It was actually played on September 27th. Here's the link to the box score for that. And you can then have that lineup. Watch, they'll give you even other options that you can use using digital diamond and PC Replay Baseball. That'll show you all the bench players, not just the bench players that played that day if you use Baseball Reference. But essentially, that's how you sign up for games right here. The third thing is watch this YouTube video. So this video that I'm making right now, I'm going to link right there. It'll be here for you to refresh yourself with. Hopefully I will be able, because the last time I did this, I forgot to share my screen. So I had to put this mark here. But again, just here's some notes. We're shifting to modified as played. Can't really mess this project up. We're having fun with it. If your sim lacks a player, make a most realistic sub as possible. The goal is fun, like we were kids. Here is the link to the Google spreadsheet. Here is the link to Card and Dice Baseball. Really, our only big ask are that you just kind of sign up for no more than a series at a time, get your stats in, then go sign up for another series. I don't let myself personally, once I play a game, I don't let myself play the next game until I get the stats in. There are other videos. If you go to my Facebook page, so let me see if I can do this. This should be an interesting journey here. If you go to my YouTube, youtube.com/BigRevKev55, and in my playlist, there are lots of, here is my 1984 Community Replay playlist. So there are lots of videos on entering stats, and here's this one that I'm making. Here's that last one that I made that I should be deleting. But just let me encourage you to just watch these. Here's a stat entry demo. Here's the one about dealing with postponed games. Hopefully, I'm trying not to ramble too much, but I want to remember to cover everything. But I think those are the main things. I'm sure I'll think of something after I forget. But yeah, our big things are just sign up on the Google spreadsheet, play your games, make a post on Facebook about the games. A lot of us like to enter cards from the players who are, or like pictures from players who are the players of the game, and a short recap. I like to show off the cards that I use to play the game. There's lots of different options. You'll see how different people are doing it, but it's a lot of fun. One thing I enjoy doing is I enjoy actually going over here to the files section if I get bored or something, and I'm sorry, the media section, and just clicking on one of these and then just start kind of perusing through these, going through a lot of nostalgia, looking at some of these players that I used to remember. I was very young in 1984, in the summer of 84. I was 6 years old. So a lot of these guys I don't know, but I'm still having a lot of fun learning about them. I remember, of course, the Cubs and some of the Tigers and all of that, but probably enough for now. If you have questions, just reach out to me directly. I'm going to post this on the Facebook group. It's a fun project. I hope we will get enough people to be able to finish it. It's going to take the whole community to get it finished. We're going on a year, and I think we're going on 900 games, so we're closing in on 40% done, so that's pretty cool. Again, if you have questions, just message me on Facebook or put it out there. Tag me in the Facebook group so that I'll see the message. And I think that's it. You guys have a good evening. Enjoy the project. Bye.